Now we will discuss about effect of temperature on molecular motion of solid, liquid and gases. Now let effect of pressure on state of matter. In case of solid, basically there is no effect of pressure because the particles are compactly arranged. But in case of liquid, pressure affect. In case of gases, there is a effect of pressure. Now let's just see. If the pressure of above liquid is increased sufficiently, the liquid form a solid. Means when we increase the pressure, what happen? The particles come closer with each other, and when they come closer to each other, immediately liquid get converted into form of solid. Physical condition like temperature and pressure affect the state of matter, that we are knowing it. The pressure law states that for a constant volume of gas is sealed in a container, the temperature of the gases is directly proportional to the pressure. Means the temperature of any gas is not directly proportional to the pressure. When the temperature is high, pressure will be lower. When the pressure is high, temperature is lower. Here it is written temperature of any gas is directly proportional to the gases, but exactly here it is written wrong. It should be T is always inversely proportional to P. Means when temperature goes up, pressure goes down. When pressure goes up, temperature goes down. Now let's just see what is the effect of pressure on gases. Gases are highly affected by the pressure. Why? Because the particles are having higher intermolecular space between them. That's why when we apply force, when we keep pressure on that, when we increase the weight on any gas, immediately the particles start come closer to each other and get liquefied. The best example of the effect of pressure on gas is LPG cylinder. In LPG cylinder, gases are filled. That gas is butane and isobutane. They are present in a gaseous form, but it just get filled in gases, that is liquefied. LPG, the full form of LPG is liquefied petroleum gas. Means we just liquefied the gases and filled in the container. So how it is possible? With the high pressure. When the pressure increases, the particles of gases come closer to each other and become liquefied and filled in any container. So the temperature and pressure highly affect the state of matters. Now we will discuss about sublimation process. What exactly sublimation is? The change of state directly from solid to gaseous form is known as sublimation process. Now understand once again. Sublimation is a process basically in which solid directly get converted into form of gases and is known as sublimation process. For example, your camphor, dry ice, naphthalene, anthracene, iodine, ammonium chloride, they all are the example of sublimation process only, and they are called as a sublimate. Let's just understand with one activity. They just take some amount of camphor or ammonium chloride or naphthalene balls or anthracene in any bowl and just keep a funnel on it, inverted funnel on it, and start the burner. What you will observe that immediately after some time that camphor get converted into form of vapor, and that process is known as a sublimation process. Now if you put cotton here in this, just see in this figure, one bowl is there. In that bowl, camphor or dry ice, whatever the thing is taken. When you start heating up and just cover that bowl with an inverted funnel and keep one cotton. Immediately, due to the heat, the camphor get converted into form of vapor and get deposited on the wall of the funnel. Which proves that there is a process in which solid directly get converted into form of gases without getting down into liquid form, and then that process is known as a sublimation process. Now, condensation process. What is condensation process? Condensation process is basically a process in which we lower down the temperature of any liquid and any gases. Because of that, when we lower down the temperature of any liquid, it just get converted into form of solid. And when we lower down the temperature of any gases, it just get converted into form of liquid. The best example of condensation is water cycle. We all are knowing how water cycle run in our environment. Due to the evaporation, water goes up in sky. After that, the precipitation takes place. There, the warm vapor get condensed, its temperature goes down, and again it get back into form of liquid. So the best example of condensation process is water cycle. Now let's just understand with definition ki what exactly condensation process it is. A process by which water vapor in the air is changed into liquid water. Water vapor means vaporized form, gaseous form is get converted into liquid water. In other word, we can say that the water in the air, a gas known as a water vapor. This I already told you. From your hot shower cooled when it met the surface of cold mirror. We always see that there is a droplets present on mirror or glass when the hot thing get met with hot water or hot vapor get met with any cold surface. Immediately the droplets of water will start appearing. So what it is due to the condensation process only. This is called the water vapor to condense or to turn into liquid form. So simply we can define condensation process is the process by which any water vapor or gases or liquid get converted into form of solid. Water vapor get converted into form of water liquid. Gases get converted into form of liquid. The example of condensation is water cycle. Now let's just discuss the interconversion of state of matter. How actually interconversion takes place means solid get converted into form of liquid, liquid get converted into form of gases. Let's just see. This is our last topic of this video, that is interconversion state of matter. So basically what happened when we saw that when we rise the temperature, what happened? Solid get converted into form of liquid and liquid get converted into form of gases. So the process of conversion of solid into liquid is known as a fusion, and the process of conversion of liquid to solid is known as a solidification. Means when we convert any solid into liquid, then that process is known as a fusion process, and when any liquid get converted into form of solid, then it is known as solidification process. Now whenever any liquid get converted into form of gas, it is known as vaporization, and when any gas get converted into form of liquid is known as condensation process. Similarly, whenever any gas get converted into form of solid, that is known as sublimation, and when solid get converted into form of gas, that is also known as sublimation. See, when gas get converted into form of solid, that we called as a precipitation also or deposition also, but we commonly use sublimation process for both the conversion, when solid get converted into gases or gases get converted into solid. The process is known as sublimation. So now we understood that whenever solid get converted into liquid, the process is called as fusion. When liquid get converted into solid, the process is called as solidification. When liquid get converted into gases, the process is called as vaporization. When gases get converted into liquid, the process is called as condensation. Whenever gases get converted into solid, the process is called as sublimation. And when solid get converted into gases, the process is called as sublimation. So we can say that ki solid, liquid, gases both are connected, all are connected with each other. Means solid firstly get converted into form of liquid and liquid get converted into form of gases. It is a chain. When we increase the temperature of solid, then it get converted into form of liquid. When again we increase the temperature, then liquid get converted into form of gases. But there are some conditions also. There is a change when many solids are there which immediately get converted into form of gases, that is iodine, ammonium chloride, naphthalenes, dry ice. They all are known as a sublimate and it undergo in a sublimation process only. So this is all about the interconversion of matter. One term I use, that is dry ice. Dry ice is the solid carbon dioxide gas. When we condense carbon dioxide gas, immediately it turn into form of solid, and that solid carbon dioxide is known as a dry ice. So that's all for today. Next we will discuss about the temperature scales and numerical along with the evaporation and factor affecting the rate of evaporation in our next video.